Hi friends, today I will tell you the story of the anime whose name is Jobless Reincarnation. So let's start without delay. Story starts with our main character complaining about his miserable life. But he is relieved because he saved the lives of some high school students from a truck accident and got hit instead. The doctors are trying their best to revive him, but they failed. His eyes slowly opens in front of two unknown persons and they seem happy looking at him. He suddenly realized that he has been reincarnated after his demise. After 6 months, we see him hiding from his mom, and she named him Rudius Greyrad. His maid tells his mother Zenith that she thinks he is possessed by some demon because he acts strange. He peeks through window and sees his father Paul practicing with his sword and suddenly falls on the ground. Zenith puts him on the table and chants a spell, and it amazed him because he hasn't seen anything like this before. He gets fully aware that he has been reincarnated into a different world. At the age of 2 years, he gets curious to learn magic and finds a wooden chest with 5 books. He also learned how to read on his own while his mother is watching him. He explains that there are 2 ways to perform magic. First is an incantations and second is a magic circle. In this world, incantations are the more common way to perform magic. He also reads that magic power of every person is fixed by birth and does not grow as time passes. He starts to enchant a water spell and feels energy rushing throughout his body, but wets the floor instead. Then he tries again the same spell and concentrates again, but falls back on the ground and wets his pants with the water spell and runs out of mana. His mother consoles him when he is about to cry. After that, he starts his training on his own and realizes that the book was wrong because his magic power has increased and faints again. He only thinks of experimenting on his magic all day and is determined to get stronger. One day, he successfully shoots a water ball on the tub and feels very happy. He then starts to perform intermediate-level magic and reads the incantation. Suddenly, a huge ball of water bursts out of his hand, creating a hole in their room. His parents rush to him and are surprised to see a hole in the room, and Zenith picks up the magic book. Rudy thinks he is going to die again, but tells the truth. His mother starts to dance in joy, asking his father to get a magic tutor for him. They decided to teach him swords at day and magic at night. After some day, a mage enters their town and meets his parents. She introduces herself as Roxy and meet Rudy, saying he doesn't look special in front of his parents. She takes him outside and informed him about different types of spells and mages in this world. Rudy asks her, is it important to read an incantation before casting a spell, and she replies with a yes. She shoots a water ball and asks Rudy to do the same. While casting the spell, he skipped the incantation, which makes her jealous. Zenith takes them to dinner, and Rudy thinks he is happy to be reincarnated again. It's been 6 months since Roxy got here. She is a good teacher and her lessons are also fun. She gives him a history lesson where she explains about demons and spirits. Roxy also says that she is a demon, that's why Rudy's parents were surprised after seeing her. She also tells Rudy that there is a race called Suppert who have green hairs and a red eye on their forehead. They went on a killing spree in a war 400 years ago, and after destroying the enemies that killed their own people. After the war, they were banished from the demon kind, and Roxy says that if he encounters any one of them, he should run immediately. Sometimes people also mistake her of being a Suppert because of her hair color, and Rudy says that her hairs look amazing, and he leaves. After a year, Rudy looks confident and can even use intermediate magic, but his sword skills are not that great. Next day, Rudy sees 2 kids playing and suddenly gets a flashback of his previous life where he got bullied by everyone. Then Roxy comes near him, and they talk about a city beyond the mountains. It has the best university of magic, which is the most prestigious university in the whole world, which provides most advanced magic lessons known to man. They also accept students from all different races, and Roxy says if he wants to become the greatest mage, he should apply for the Renova University. It's been 1.5 years since Roxy came to their house, and today is Rudy's 5th birthday. We also get to know that people here celebrate birthdays, and every 5 years, and any individual whose age is 15 years is considered to be an adult. Everyone laughs and celebrate Rudy's birthday. Then Paul gives him a sword and starts to give him a lecture about his poor sword style. Then Zenith gives him a book, which makes Rudy happy, and then Roxy gives him a staff. It also has a magic stone which will amplify his mana, and Rudy says that he will take care of this staff forever. She also says that his graduation exam is tomorrow. At night, Rudy thinks about his past life where he was getting bullied every day. That's why he is afraid of going out. Next day, he doesn't want to leave the house, and Roxy puts him on the horse, then they leave. After some time, Rudy opened his eyes and his anxiety also fades away. Then they reach an open field where Roxy shows him an advanced spell called the Nimbus. She starts to cast the spell and huge clouds cover them, calling the Nimbus. After that, Rudy gives it a try. Waving his wand, he casts the same spell and huge clouds appear on top of him. After the exam, Rudy is promoted, which makes him happy. At night, when Roxy is leaving, Rudy wants her to stay here, but she gives him an amulet from her village and leaves. Rudy runs behind her and thanks her for everything she has done for him. One day, Rudy sees 3 boys bullying a kid and decides to save the kid by using his water magic on those bullies. After they leave, he asks him, "Is he okay?" And the kid says yes. Then Rudy noticed that he has a girly appearance and also washed his head with water and checks his forehead and confirms that he is not a suppert. After that, the boy tells Rudy that his mom is human and his father is an elf, but he doesn't know how the color of his hairs are green. That's why he was getting bullied. Rudy then introduces himself as Rudius and gets to know that the kid's name is Sylph. They sit under a tree and Sylph also wants to learn magic too, on which Rudy agrees to teach him. At night, Rudy's father shouts at him for using his magic on those boys, and he doesn't apologize for anything and starts explaining his situation. Without listening a word, Paul then slaps him, and Rudy tells the truth about what happened today, and next time he will also join those kids and bully the weak. After that, while drinking, Paul has a conversation with Zenith about Rudy and feels guilty for slapping him. Some days pass and they again sit under the same tree. Rudy shows his magic to Sylph, and he wants to learn the silent spell casting form Rudy. Rudy describes it how to do, and after some tries, Sylph also makes a water ball and they happily run through the fields. Suddenly it starts to rain and both of them reach Rudy's house to take a bath. Rudy accidentally pulls down Sylph's pant, revealing that she is a girl. After that, Rudy's father tells him to apologize and also reveals that her name is Sylphie. He tries to apologize, but it doesn't work. Next day, Rudy is training with his father and asks him how to make things normal. His father tells him to just sincerely ask for her forgiveness and be a gentleman. Suddenly, Sylphie comes outside his house and Rudy genuinely tells her that he is sorry. Sylphie accepts his apology and all of them laugh it off.